Hello, beautiful people. I realize that a number of people are slowly posting the horrid video of that, I call her a Jezebel of a mother, physically abusing her child by stomping on her neck for whatever so-called infraction the child would have committed, whatever misconduct, whatever deviant behavior she would have conducted. She felt that stomping or being physically abusive and verbally as well, that she's doing the motherly duty. But I saw a comment under one of the posts, and the person said, let me tell you something. People don't act surprised, because worse than this has happened over decades in Jamaica with Jamaican mothers. Many of them are resentful towards a child, especially as it relates to the fathers. Maybe the fathers left the mother, the fathers left all the burden, the financial and other burden on the mothers, and have been wayward fathers. They have not been in the child's lives, and the mother has to take the brunt. And let me tell you where it even heightens. If that child ever resembles a father, and all they're looking at is a father, oh my goodness, no matter what that child does, like when you work at a place and somebody's jealous and envious of you, no matter what good you do, it's like casting your pearls before swine. So when I see some other ridiculous comments that, people don't know what the child, what the type of infractions and misconducts and bad behavior of, let me tell you something. Whatever you see a child promulgates, it is as a result of adults. Children are blank slates. They only replicate what they see. If you don't discipline your child, and discipline in the right way, not abuse, if you don't hold your child accountable as well as showing affectionate love, you're going to raise monsters. So don't put the blame on the pitney. It is your duty. It behooves you, which means it's your duty to do due diligence when it comes to raising your children. So if you see them become monsters, because you're a monster, because you allowed it for whatever reason. You're weak, crooked, defective in your parenting. So I'm not saying that you don't have wayward children, but they don't just become wayward. You can't just say you're raising your child using the correct principles and they become wayward. It doesn't work like that. Once you apply the right formula, if you put 1 with 1, obviously it's going to equal 2. It's not going to equal 11. But some of you expect that when you put 1 with 1, it would equal the 11 because you want the 11. If you're looking for 11, for example, it doesn't work like that. So barking at a child, screaming at a child, physically abusing them, and then guising it on I'm disciplining my child will not raise none monsters. It will not raise the Proverbs 31 women or the valiant men. It will not do that. Some of you wonder why your children will ignore you when they become adults. They ostracize you, they blackball you because you forget how you treated them bad. You verbally and physically abuse them. Some of you will do wrong and the child says, but you wronged me. You refuse to apologize because your pride is so high. And then you curse and say they're bad. They're not only bad fathers out there. They're bad mothers out there as well. Bad mothers. You have bad mothers out there as well. Terrible mothers who treat their children terribly. Verbally, some of you may not necessarily do that physical harm, but some of you, the verbal and the emotional and the psychological abuse equals to what that mother has done. What that mother has done is similar to what the George Floyd murderer did. Similar. Had that man not intervened, I don't know what would have happened to that child. Look at the woman's weight. And the woman stood up on the child and stomped in her neck. She went for her neck. She knew what she was doing. She went for her neck. So somebody said, don't understand. But, you see, if she had taken, you remember some year, how long ago was it? A few years ago, when the lady took the machete. But you can know that the lady, although she was frustrated and angry, you remember she was without her bra and she was in the underwear. And she took the machete, but the lady was careful in no matter how angry she was. And she ensured that the sharp point of that machete did not cut her child. She still was clear in what she was doing. She took the machete and she beat the child, but she ensured that the sharp part did not cut the child. So you can tell the difference. That is why I say, is a pathologist or one of them who, if somebody is shot or stabbed when an argument ensues, they can tell you if it was done deliberately to kill the person or it's because of wrath that you're angry. You kind of, come at the person out of anger, but you didn't come really to kill them. You're planning in your mind to kill them. You can tell the difference. They know it. Now, even if this frustrated because let us think of all. She sleep around with a whole heap of man. She steals. She's a prostitute. We're calling all the negative, the far out negative things. Tell her the worst bad words in the world. They act like it's she alone that happens to. Yes, everybody is different and everybody's tolerance level is different. But when she stumps in her neck, it speaks about the heart of that mother. It speaks about the soul that this is a dangerous woman. That this is a dangerous woman. I'm going to think that you want to kill a child. That is what I'm going to. Her neck, you know how. Jesus Christ. You know. That is why you have killing. When somebody's probably strangled to death versus if somebody's shot to death, depending on where the shooting, the person who strangled somebody to death can get far more years, because it speaks about the rage, the anger, the bitterness, the evil intent behind it. When you head for somebody's neck, you notice those dogs, them bulldog looking dog there, whatever they want to name, they're smart. They're trained. What they do, when they head for the neck, they head for the most vulnerable point, your neck. So when somebody goes on your neck, that is why the George Floyd murder bothers the people's mind so much, because of the diabolical state of that kind of a murder. The diabolical state of that kind of a murder. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I don't want people come and talk about you don't know what they pick there. You don't know who you are as a human being in the lives of other people. You don't know who you are. You go like a barn big, you're born bigger, you're born as a mother. You're born big, so, and you're born with the mother. Then get a package with the mother, with the picnic. You forget when you were a child, you forgot some of the things that you used to do, and people had to tolerate you, your own parents, guardians, friends, and foe, the dog and the cat, and the rat and the cockroach crawl up in your cellar. Huh? Have you forgotten that? There is no excuse for what this mother has done. So we're going to say the child is a mini Jezebel even. How you think she became that? Where did she learn it from? Because children are blank slates. Whatever you show, that is what they learn. Many of you mothers are terrible, not just the fathers. And you have resentment, bitterness, anger, and jealousy towards your child. And you refuse to admit the truth. Huh? You think because your name mother, it means that you have that affection towards your mother. Stop with the nonsense. I know every mother a mother. I know every mother a mother. Stop. I hate when people talk madness. And talk about you don't know what these kids do. You don't know what you as a mother do as well. You have bad mothers out there. Bad, terrible, Jezebel-like mothers. Stop. What kind of nonsense you talking about whatever. To for you to step on the neck. So that is the way. So your child is doing something terrible. And your response is to step on her neck. Then isn't that indicative of why she did whatever it is that she would have done? Wouldn't that be? If you can step on her neck, it tells me why she would be the way she is. Whatever bad she would have done. Whatever bad she does, you tell me why she's like that. You as a mother tell me you need to be imprisoned. They need to take that child from you. Rescue that child. Christ. My God. Like the woman say, I want to stop the wind, I want to kill you. I want you dead. And not just when Jamaicans back in the day say, I will kill you in a picnic. But she meant it. The mother officer said, no, stop you or whatever he said. You jump up on the picnic. Christ of no. And people going to say, don't know what they pick me I do. You say, look here, man. Jesus, peace. Father God, help. I didn't know they curse politicians. Some of you have the audacity to curse politicians, but the politicians better come like them better than you know. You don't have the audacity to curse politicians and say them this and that to the Jamaican people. But you're not different. You're not different. Many of you are not different. And for those who even want to dream to defend the mother, that's it. What she's done is attempted murder. For me, that is attempted murder. You hear what I say to you? Attempted murder. I don't. You come like a pair of mad people about this place, you know? Or they must see like mad puss piece. But I don't know what they pick there. Father, let me chill. Let me pull back a little bit. Because the anger rage inside of me. You with you insensitive, narcissistic people who are sick on the head. It's attempted murder. It doesn't matter what the child has done. You deal with it the right and proper way. Then if you can't handle her, go to the authorities and let them handle the child then. And stop with the madness and nonsense and rubbish.